All right, guys, we are back,
We are so back.
and hopefully we won't go away again. That was weird. Anyways, we're going to put you back on the game and try and get back in the action.
We can see if some of the chip stacks have changed since we've returned. Looks like Brad has a little under $1,000. Ton with over $1,000. Don't know exactly where that money came from, but
I did just see a big hand where Bobby had aces. I don't remember how that hand finished, though.
we are back to the action here at the River League. Looks like we are 8 ways to this flop right now. Marcus flopping top pair, gonna lead out here.
If you're in the stream right now, watching the stream, let us know how things look, how things sound. Hopefully that we don't have any issues anymore, but you never know what might pop up. I do currently not have the table sound up. I'm working on that right now. Hopefully we can get that back soon.
Looks like Brad's going to turn his gut shot into a little bit of a bluff here. Don't know if it's going to work against Marcus with top pair. He's going to make the call. Go off to a river. Deuce of hearts. Doesn't improve anybody's hand. I guess Marcus now makes 2 pair. Let's see if Brad's going to stab at this again. Looks like it's a go big or go home situation for Brad. He's going to lead out here for $170. Does Marcus think that his pair of 10s is good enough? Some of the hands that Marcus might be thinking that Brad might have here is miss straight draws, miss flush draws. Also a 10. So let's see if he thinks that his 10 with an 8 kicker is good enough. He's going to lay it down. Brad's going to win this $400 pot with just queen high. Great play from Brad there. We got our man Michael back in the box. Fastest dealer in West Texas, some may say. Mike may say. You can always count on Craig to have a Red Bull at the table and a snack at the table. Another one of our prizes on our wheel spin for our promotion is a snack. So there's spots that fill up 3 spaces on the wheel, and then there's a spot that fills up 2 spaces for a snack and one for the $1,000 that's right next to each other. So you can either get real lucky and win $1,000, you can get unlucky and win a $2 bag of chips. Looks like we're gonna see a couple limpers here.
And just to let everybody know, we do currently have 2 cash games going, so our wheel is live. We have had a couple spins on it already. So if you are interested in playing, feel free to come up here. Maybe you can get a spin on our wheel, win $1,000 in cash.
Out there during the technical difficulties, I saw somebody spin the wheel and win $100 cold hard cash. Blue Benjamin Franklin going straight into their wallet. Looks like we're going 6 ways to a flop of ace 8-4 with 2 hearts. Craig with a flush draw, Kelly with a flush draw, but Sergio flopping best right now with his pair of 8s. Looks like Kelly's going to lead out for $5. We're going to get a call from Sergio and Craig. And Bobby's going to get out of the way. Go to a turn, jack of diamonds. No help to anybody. Let's see another $5 bet. Kelly loves those $5 bets. The river, queen of diamonds, giving Kelly a pair. So his missed flush draw turns into second pair, which is going to be good enough. Kelly's going to take down this pot. And you know Craig's coming along. Craig's going to stick in the call. Marcus also going to call with his 6-4. And Bobby getting in the mix as well. Everybody wants to see a flop, see 3 cards. We'll see if pocket tens can still be the best hand after the flop.
Hard not to see a flop around here.
Flop comes jack high, jack 8. Craig flopping 2 pair. Marcus flopping bottom pair, and Kelly still with his tens. He's going to lead on this board for 75. See what Craig does here. Wants to keep everybody else in, so he's just going to call. Marcus also going to call with just a pair of 4s.
Hoping to hit 2 pair. Wouldn't be good for him.
Maybe
That's probably what he's hoping for right now.
Hoping for a 5-7 run out, I guess. There's a 5.
It's the 5.
Picks up a gut shot for Marcus. What's Craig going to do here with his top 2 pair? He's going to lead this board. He's going to bet $300.
Can Marcus go all in here?
I mean, he's calling 155 to win around 900 if he does make the call here and finds a way to hit that miracle 7 on the river. See Craig a 93% favorite with those top 2 pair right now. Whenever Craig's betting, you just got to sit and think a little bit longer about, does he really have it? Does he not have it? That $300 bet can mean a lot of different things. He's going to let it go.
And he can have 4-5 here just as easily as he could have jack 8.
That's right.
It does make it a little bit easier for everybody to fold in that spot.
From what we left on, Craig continues the hot streak.
Look at everybody's VPIP while we were gone. Craig's VPIP did drop a little bit, but he's still massively in the lead at a 72%. Brad and Gomez down in the 40% range, but that's still a pretty high number.
Yeah, 39 being the lowest is still seeing a decent amount of flops, playing a decent amount of hands. I said before, I thought we were going to see a battle between Craig and Marcus today, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Those two leading the charts on the VPIP.
Bobby's starting off with pocket 4s under the gun.
Just going to call here. Kelly with a suited king. Looks like Kelly's finally settled into the game a little bit, playing a little bit more like the Kelly that we're used to. Raising King 6 of Hearts, $20.
Mitch got him pipped there with pocket fives.
John playing the River League Nuts,
Oh,
7-4.
Craig out of nowhere with pocket queens just flats it. And luckily for him, Marcus jams with his ace king. So I think Craig will actually get some value here. We'll
Bobby
see if
going to
anybody else
quickly
calls.
fold his pocket fours. Kelly's in for the ride. Let's see what Mitch wants to do with his pocket fives.
Well, it would almost put Mitch all in to call this hand. I don't know if he's going to want to risk it with a bottom pair. Ton folding the River League Nuts 7-4.
Sergio calling.
Sergio's
Absolutely
put it in.
crushed by Craig's pocket queens.
Now, does Craig just call here, or does he put the rest of his money in? That's going to be the big question right now. Is he going to try and get max value out of Kelly?
I think we're going to see the big stack of greens and black chips going into the middle here, Chris.
I don't know if it should go any other way. Yep. There we go.
He's all in. Kelly's all in. We're all in.
Kelly taking the big gamble here with King 6 of Hearts.
Let's play some bingo. See who can flop best. We have our dealer Mike making some pots here. Looks like Marcus is going to be the short stack.
Still, a $700 main pot is not a bad payday if Marcus can hit his ace or his king here.
You know, it's always good to have two overs. Obviously, one of his kings being dead with Kelly having that king 6. I think Kelly's honestly just hoping to see a couple hearts out there on the board. Now, here's the question. Are we going to see a 4 or a 5 on this board?
Ooh, that would be a little bit disgusting.
You know, Bobby's going to be kicking himself with all that money in front of him if he sees a 4 in the window. Looks like the pots are made, and we're going to go to a run out.
Big flop doesn't help anybody. The turn card still not helping. It does give Sergio a pair, but Craig is just going to take this entire pot here with pocket queens. Marcus misses his ace and his king.
That's 3 people. Don't cry, rebuy.
I do want to point out that Ton had 7, if I remember correctly.
7-4 clubs.
7-4 of clubs.
Folded.
The River League Nuts
You can't
would have
fold
held
the
up.
River League Nuts. If Michael Martinez is tuned in, or if he was here, he'd be ashamed of Ton. I can tell you that for free.
100%. And it looks like we have lost Sergio and Marcus. Maybe we can get some players in to replace them.
People going home with another story of how they got Craiged. This time, pocket queen's an actual good hand, but they still got Craiged.
You just never know what he has. That's his biggest benefit, is the fact that you never know what he has means when he does have a big hand, sometimes you just have to call him off.
Yep, that's true. I was playing here a couple weeks ago with Mike, who just left the box. And Mike had pocket jacks and instantly gets re-raised all in for stacks. And Craig has pocket aces. And Mike comes up to me after. He said, "What am I supposed to do? Craig never has aces." And he said, "You can have aces just as many times as you can, buddy." Take a look here at what everybody is looking like in the plus minus of the game. Looks like Kelly's our big loser right now.
Down 1.1. And Craig is our big winner. He's up $2,000 right now.
And Ton had a shaky start in the beginning. Looks like he's made a little bit of a comeback, up $121.
And it looks like we got Sergio back on the table. That's good to see. It does look like we lost Marcus, but maybe we can get somebody to replace him. We'll get back to a 10-handed table.
We're going to go off to a bomb pot here. We got Marco back in the box. We're going to go off to 2 boards here. First board of King 3-5, Rainbow. And that's the thing about bomb pots as well. The nuts can change on every street. So obviously the nuts right now is a set of kings. But there's a lot of straight draws. Can be some flush draws on the turn. It looks like Gomez with his second fold and hold hand of the day. He had 3 9s in his hand out of the 4. This time he has 3 queens in his hand. Let's see who picked up a piece of this board. Not a whole lot for anybody on this one. With those rainbow boards and no flush draws, it's kind of hard for anybody to have any sort of real hand. Looks like Craig's going to lead out the pair of kings. Sergio with a set of 4s on the one board. He's going to make it 35. Over to Brad. We can't really see what he has going on, but looks like he's going to put in the call. And this 1-3 game has gotten pretty deep stacked all of a sudden. I kind of expected it, but it's always cool when it happens.
Our 1-3 games, especially once it gets past 6 o'clock and the opening crowd leaves, we seem to get deep stacked pretty quickly at that point.
Our 1-3 game is a $100 minimum buy-in and a $500 maximum buy-in, with a 70% match the stack. So if somebody were to come in right now, they can get 70% of Craig's $2,100.
Looks like our cameras are having a little bit of trouble keeping up. But the action tracker should still be able to keep track of what's going on. So with that set of 4s, Sergio bets out. Craig going to call with top pair and a flush draw on the second board. And Sergio also has a gut shot on that second board.
Craig going to river the nut flush.
And this is going to end up being a chopped pot. Craig with the nut flush on the second board, and Sergio with a set of 4s on the first board.
And look at all that. $442 pot, and both players are going to profit just $28.
So it's been a little bit of a scuffed stream so far, but luckily we've been able to get things back on track. We've had some camera issues. We've had some normal software issues. We're having a little bit of sound issues right now with our table volume, but all in all, I don't think that this is a bad stream for just being our second stream. What do you think, Bryce?
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad too far. Everything comes with growing pains, obviously. This is new to all of us, and we're growing with how it comes. So it's been good so far. The game's been good. Players seem to be enjoying themselves out there. Maybe not Marcus.
Maybe not Marcus.
Maybe not Marcus, who seems to have gone home already. But, yeah, it's been good so far.
All right, let's get back to the action. We have a hold'em hand. Gomez going to start off the action with 4 deuce offsuit.
And Tommy, a player we expected to be pretty quiet today, who started off the day super hot. Mitch picking up the pocket kings, just going to limp in, set the trap. He knows somebody else will bet it. Shout out to my buddy Owen in the chat. Appreciate viewers from everybody, everywhere tuning in. And Mitch, the trap worked. Somebody else raised. He's all in.
For just over $100. I think if anybody's going to give him action, it's going to be Craig or Bobby.
Oh, and here it is.
Maybe both. It is possible both of them give him action.
Yeah, both of those guys, the big stack at the table right now.
And with all that action, Kelly might be convinced to get in on it.
Kelly with the 8-5. You know, if I had to pick a winner of this hand, I'm going with Craig's. I'm rocking with the ace deuce Bruce. That's my hand, and I'll ride with it till I die. I'll take it over pocket kings any day of the week. Kelly is going to make the call here, so Mitch is all in. We're going to be having some action for the side pot that's going to be building here between Bobby, Kelly, and Craig. Go to a flop, which is ace 10-7 with two clubs. Those pocket kings, they're ace magnets. You always know it's coming in the window. Looks like Bobby wants to put some money into the side pot. He's going to make a bet of $75.
And Kelly, unfortunately, is just going to have to get out of this hand. Doesn't have anything working for him. But Craig, with top pair, is probably going to stick around. I could be surprised, though.
It's hard to make a pair, especially top pair. Craig's going to put in the call.
He is in extremely bad shape right now, unfortunately. Only 1% to win. And the 2 is not going to help him. Unfortunately, it is impossible for Craig to win this pot, especially with Bobby having the redraw to a flush. The 6 helps no one, and Bobby's going to take down this pot with top 2 pair. Very good hand.
Bobby's going to take it down. Obviously, Mitch devastated to see the ace. He thought maybe he had a little bit of hope with the king of clubs on the turn, but Bobby obviously with the ace of clubs blocking that flush draw as well. And maybe Bobby should start playing a little bit more after 6 o'clock. Seems to be running good, playing good here on the stream tonight.
It's definitely been a good night for him. It looks like he has somewhere around $2,000 in his stack now. 2 big stacks of greens, a couple black chips. He's looking at 4 or 5 stacks of red chips now. It's been a good night for him. We go on to our next hand. Maybe we'll see what Tommy has in a bit. We might just have to sweat with him this hand. Brad has king 9 of clubs. Not a bad hand to get in there with.
Kelly just going to open fold the River League nuts. I've heard that's also his favorite hand as well.
The old 7-4.
The old 7-4 just going straight into the muck from Kelly. See some players adding on. It's always fun to have a mystery hand, a little sweat hand. See how Tommy plays it and how we would play it. Going 6 ways to a flop.
And a good flop for Mitch. He flops top pair with a pair of queens.
Mitch, the fastest actor in the River League, betting out $20 right away. No thought about it.
And Sergio going to get in there with bottom pair. Bobby might also stick around with middle pair. Craig going to stick in there with king high. And Tommy ends up folding, unfortunately.
$150 in the pot.
7 of diamonds on the turn. Helps nobody. Craig's still looking for a king on the river.
Check, check, check.
And he's not going to get it. Mitch is going to end up making 2 pair. Going to go for thin value here, $20.
Sergio's going to raise him now. Turn his bottom pair into a bluff.
Unfortunately, just a bad time to raise.
Don't think it's going to work.
Just a bad time to raise when Mitch hits his 2 pair. He might be able to get Mitch to fold a pair there, but I don't think he's ever going to get Mitch to fold two pair there.
Yep, when Mitch picks up that 8 on the river, I just think there's no getting away from it. And now we are making our way to, I believe, hand number 50 of the stream. Lots of action, lots of great hands here today. Crazy to think we're on hand number 50 already.
Marco dealing out this next hand. Mitch going to start the action for us with 9-3 of diamonds, and he's going to call. Craig with King 6 again, going to stay in this hand. Martine, new to the stream tonight, holds
Welcome,
his hand.
Martine.
Kelly with Ace 10 again. Bobby also sticking around with Queen 2 suited.
Looks like we had a raise, I believe, from Kelly, maybe.
Yep. We had a raise from Kelly to $30. Mitch getting a little sticky there with the 9-3 of diamonds. But it doesn't look like anybody is about to fold. We're going to go 6 ways to this flop.
And nobody necessarily here with a premium hand. So it's just going to be a battle of who flops best. Sergio with that short stack of $71. I'm sure he's hoping to just hit a pair and get it all in here.
That would not be a bad option for him, especially with almost $200 in that pot. And unfortunately, he's not going to get his wish. He misses, but Brad flops top pair with his Jack 9. I don't know how much action he's going to get, unfortunately. Nobody else really flopped anything. Mitch did flop bottom pair, but I don't think that's what he was looking for with his 9-3.
Yeah, I think he was just looking for a couple diamonds. I guess he does have a backdoor diamond draw. I like to call it a 2-pair draw. Get a little mixy calling with bottom pair, but
Brad's
Brad's
going to
just
take
gonna
down this
one
hand.
down. We haven't seen Brad necessarily in any giant pots today, but just scooping just those casual $150 to $200 pots, building that stack up throughout the night. It's been pretty good for him.
He's been very quietly racking up his wins. He is now up about $800 on the night.
Wow, good for Brad.
After starting off the night extremely quiet, he's really picked it up these last 15, 20 hands.
Outside, I hear our wheels spinning. River League players, people in San Angelo, if you want to come play and have a chance to win $1,000, cold hard cash, come on over to the River League. You have to make a flush or better using both cards in your hand to qualify with $40 in the pot, and you get a chance to spin that wheel. I don't know if we've even had any wheel spins from players playing in the stream room today.
I don't think we have. We haven't had any really big hands. No full houses really, no flushes really. Just really solid 2 pairs and set type hands.
That's right.
Mitch did hit his flush earlier. I don't know if he got his wheel spin off of it.
Oh, that's right. Looks like Martine's going to raise it up to 35 here with Jack 9 of diamonds. Going to get a couple callers. Tommy, the favorite right now with pocket 8s as we go off to a flop.
And the flop, a big brick for everybody. Craig flops bottom pair, but I don't think that that's going to be good.
Somehow those pair of 8s are still holding strong. I wonder if Tommy's sitting there thinking with an ace and a queen on the board if it is any good. Martine's going to bet $80 into this pot.
And that's the unfortunate part about being a little bit tighter when you're playing those middle pairs is there's almost always going to be overcards, and it gets really scary especially when the pre-flop raiser c-bets. It's hard to stick around with those middle pairs.
And Craig's pair of sixes is actually going to turn into a favorite here.
And he's also going to fold it. Martine getting through with the bluff one time.
Martine's first hand on the stream, and he's going to take it down. Let's see if that's more to come from Martine.
And here we go with hand number 52.
Yes, Fared, we are live again. I see you in the chat. We are live and streaming right now, back in the action. Sergio with ace queen, going to raise it up. How many times in a row has Craig had king six?
It's been, he's had it 3 out of the last 4 times, I think.
Starting to become his hand, I guess. Gomez just seems to be card dead tonight. Hasn't been in the mix much.
Not too much tonight, unfortunately for him.
Looks like we're going to go 5 ways to the flop. With 3 of those queens in a player's hand. Let's see if we can get the case one on the board, see some action.
And we've got a board out there. Looks like 6-6-8. Craig flops trip sixes with his king six.
King six finally prevailing for Craig. He's flopped a pair with it once, but other than that, it's kind of sort of missed.
Also looks like Martine flopped a flush draw. That looks like the 8-6 of clubs. So Martine has a queen high flush draw right now. Craig going to put a big amount of money out with his trip sixes. Martine, I don't think Martine's going to go anywhere with a queen high flush draw.
Might even be cutting out raisin chips. Martine's going to call the 55. Actually, looks like Brad was the aggressor for 55, and then a couple callers. See a 10 of hearts on the river. I mean, on the turn.
Doesn't change much of anything for anybody, really. The king 9 does now have a gut shot. 7 would give Mitch the straight.
Brad's going to slow down on this turn.
And looks like Craig put out a big amount of money and got 2 folds with his trip sixes. Martine not wanting to pay that big of a price to chase his club flush.
And for new viewers who haven't been to the River League before, we have lots of things going on over here. Obviously, our new stream room that you're watching now got cash games rolling every day, 1-3 games. Tuesday, we got our Big O game, 5-5 Big O. Mondays and Wednesdays, we have our free rolls. Monday, just normal hold'em with bomb pots. Wednesday, crazy pineapple, which is where you get 3 cards and you can discard 1 after the flop. That gets a little crazy. And then our Sunday, we have our River League tournament, which runs every Monday at 2 o'clock. Lots of exciting stuff happening here at the River League.
Looks like Ton's going to get in the mix with 10-9 of clubs. Sergio coming along with another suited hand, king 8 of diamonds.
Lots of suited hands today. Just trying to see a flop, see if they can flop best.
Martine going to go with the big boy bluff here. King deuce off suit puts all of the money in. And
let's see.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for anybody to call him here. He might just be able to take down that free $100 in the pot. Kelly might go up against him. Kelly has done this before.
Kelly's going to lay it down.
He
And I
lays it
think he's
down.
going to get folds from everybody.
We never know what Craig might do. He's the wild card in this pot. And he's got the chip stack to where he could go for it if he wanted to.
Yes, he does. He's going to lay it down. Martine's going to take down that dead $81 in the middle with just king high.
And unfortunately, guys, that's going to do it for me for the night. I do have to cut out of here a bit early, but it was good streaming with you, Bryce. You are going to get Bryce for the next 30 minutes until 9 o'clock when the stream ends. So, Bryce, it's been good streaming with you. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this again next week.
For sure. We'll be able to wrap up the last 30 minutes.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Chris. All right, and we are back to the action here. Hand number 54 here at the River League. Craig with queen 5 of clubs. Martine going to raise it up here with the Kojak. Kojaks obviously are room down in Midland. I know they got a big series coming up. I know some of the players have been talking here recently about being excited about going over to play some of that stuff. Looks like we're going to see a little bit more action from that raise from Martine. Kelly's going to 3-bet it to $75 with 8-7 suited. Going to get a call from Craig with the queen 5 of clubs. And Martine's going nowhere. Interesting enough, Craig is 40% favorite pre-flop in this hand. I wouldn't have expected that. So we go off to a flop of 4, 5, 7, 2 hearts. Kelly flopping the best with that pair of 7s. You know, he's just going to put the money in the middle. Kelly obviously not afraid to gamble. I wonder if Craig's willing to call with that pair of 5s. No, he's going to get out of the way, and so is Martine. Kelly's going to win this $485 pot. If any players are out there interested in getting on the live streams in the future, Mark Hamilton, the great Hambino, is the man to go to. He's been a great help here at the River League since joining us a couple months ago and making a lot of great new additions to the River League. We just got brand new shuffle machines inserted into 3 of our tables here. So if you haven't been able to come play a cash game with those new shuffle machines, come try it out. I personally think they are amazing. Getting a lot more hands in, a lot more action in. Martine's going to limp in with 7 deuce. Bobby's going to limp in as well. Kelly's going to raise it up. $20 with the ace deuce. Obviously, you know what hand I'm cheering for here. Tommy, early flop back-to-back sets to start the stream. Just run a little card dead since then. It looks like a lot of people are just going to come along for the ride. Martine flashing that 7 deuce to the dealer, Marco, saying, you know what to put out there. And I believe we're going to go 7 ways to a flop here. 3, 10, 9. 2 clubs. Bobby flopping an open-ended straight draw. Brad with top pair and a queen kicker, not a bad hand. Sergio going to lead out on this board for $50 with that top pair as well. Action's over to Brad. Let's see if he's going to put in a raise or just call here. He's going to call the 50. We're going to go 3 ways to a turn. Lots of interesting cards here. Turn is the Jack of Spades. Now giving Bobby the best hand with a pair of jacks. Brad now picks up an up and down straight draw with his queen as well as Bobby. He's going to lead out here for 150. Sergio's going to fold, and Bobby's also going to fold. Top pair with an open-ended straight draw. Brad's going to take down this nice pot with just a pair of tens. We got a couple chatters talking. Tyler, the place where they put their cards over the scanner is that blue spade in front of everybody. So when they get dealt their 2 cards, there's a chip inserted in each of the cards, which goes over that scanner and is able to tell us here in the back what everybody has, what the board is. Very high-tech stuff. Kelly under the gun, going to limp in with 8-7. Haven't seen very many. Oh, I spoke too soon. Tan finding pocket kings. I was just about to say we haven't seen many huge premium pocket pairs today, but Tan with the pocket kings going to raise it up to 45. Get a call from Craig. Martine's in there with 7-5 offsuit. Bobby's going to get in there. I think we're going to go a lot of ways to this flop, which probably isn't what Tan wanted to see. He thought 45 was a good price to raise it up to get everybody to fold. Now Mitch is seeing all that money in there and thinking, hey, maybe I can make a flush with my Jack 5 of spades. Give a shout out to Kip in the chat. Nice stream. Thank you, Kip. We see a flop here of queen, deuce, deuce. Tan's pocket kings still in the lead. We don't see a flush draw for anybody. I think a bet here of 225 is just going to take it down here for Tan. And it is. His pocket kings are going to be good. Luckily, nobody in there with any deuces or clubs to mess up Tan's day, but his pocket kings are going to hold. I believe that's going to be the last hand for our dealer, Marco. He's going to switch out. We got Drayton coming in, way from Michigan, the great state of Michigan, where I'm from as well. Shout out to the people in Michigan. If anybody's tuned in, anybody's watching. So I think we're going to move on to a bomb pot here. 9 players here at the table. We're going to get 4 cards coming around. Let's take a look at how everybody's doing in our stream today. We're seeing totals of Craig up $1.7 thousand. $1,700. Pretty good payday for Craig so far. Brad up $930. Bobby up $550. Tan up $325 from his rocky start. We're going to go off to a bomb pot. Everybody's getting 4 cards. We're going to see 2 boards. A board of Ace 10 King. Bottom board of 10 3 6. Rainbow on both again. No flush draws. Looks like Gomez flopping the nuts with his queen, queen, jack. Very beautiful hand there. Not seeing much else on the other boards. Ton flopping open-ended with this is 4-5 on the one board. I think it's going to check around. We're going to go straight to some turns. And spades come in, giving Martine a flush draw on the one board. Bottom board pairing up with that 3. We see Craig with trip 3s and a king. And Martine trip 3s. So I believe we're going to see some action out of the two of them. Bobby with ace king. Top 2 pair on the one board. He's going to put in a call. Like I said earlier, these bomb pots get exciting. A lot of people hitting a little bit of a piece of everything and wanting to get in the mix. Gomez with the nuts. Still on that one board with queen jack. Queen jack, blocking those straight draws as well. We got a pretty decent sized pot filling up here. We see the 4 of hearts, which isn't going to change the nuts. Gomez's queen jack going to be good still on that board. A little bit of a technical delay. We see an ace coming. And Martine's just going to jam in his trip 3s here. He's got 3-5 for the wheel on the one board, and he's got trip 3s on the other board. Jonathan obviously not going anywhere with that flop straight, which held the entire way. He's all in. Martine's all in. Let's see what Craig's going to do. Obviously has that trip 3s with a king kicker, which is good enough for half. Like I said before, this is our second stream of our cash game here at the River League. Craig is going to lay down the trip 3s, which is going to give Martine half the pot in the check mark. Queen jack's going to be good, and his trip 3s with a jack is going to take the other half. Both of these players going to win $88 apiece. Like I said earlier, most of the time, those bomb pots will end up in a chop pot, but sometimes you can have both and scoop or have the same hand as another person and win 3/4 of it. Let's take a look at everybody's VPIPs at the table today. Who's playing hands, who's not playing hands? Craig and Martine. Martine new to the table, so that's a little bit skewed, but Craig playing 75% of the hands that he sees, and Gomez playing only 35. Granted, he hasn't been getting very many hands that are playable per se, but that is what that is looking like right now. We move on back to Hold'em. Hand number 58. Gomez under the gun, +1. Kelly's got that $5 under the gun straddle on. Gomez going to lay down suited connector. Tommy with pocket 5s. He's going to make the call. I think there was a raise to 15 from Ton. Got a couple callers. Action's now back over to Tommy with his pair of 5s. He's going to put in the call. We're going to go 8 ways to a flop again. Let's see who flops best on a ace, 8, jack, flop. Like Martine, the only one with the ace in his hand, going to be flopping top pair. Out of position, he's just going to check it over and see what comes from everybody else. Kelly flops a gut shot, looking for a 10. We're just going to check it around. We're going to see the 3 of diamonds on the turn. Brad picking up a 7 high flush draw with the River League nuts, 7-4. Martine with his pair of aces, going to lead out on this board for $40. Action's going to fold around to Brad, and Brad with a flush draw, I don't think he's going anywhere. He's going to call the 40, and we're going to Craig with a gut shot looking for a 2. We're going to see the river, which is the 7 of spades, not completing anybody else's hand. Brad picks up a pair. Martine's pair of aces are looking pretty strong. Bets $80. Action's back over to Brad. We saw him make a good bluff at it earlier. Let's see if he'll do it again or just let this one go. He's going to lay it down. Craig's going to get out of the way as well. Martine coming in here, looking pretty good so far. Playing a couple hands and winning a couple hands. See him in Profitville, $255. Look at our biggest losers of the day. Kelly, $1,200. You know, Kelly gives a lot of action. Also hasn't been running necessarily great today. Him and Sergio are big losers of the day so far. Let's see if they can turn it around here in the last 30 to 45 minutes of the stream. You know, I can feel Gomez's pain. I played on a live stream over at Kojak's a couple months ago, and I think my VPIP for the first maybe hour and a half was about 18%. Just card dead, card dead, card dead. And sometimes that's how it goes at the cash table. But it saves you from losing a lot of money. If you don't have hands and you just sit and fold, pay the blinds. Move on to the next one. We want to give a shout out to all our dealers working today. And Whitney working backstage, doing all the technical stuff back here. Whitney knows a lot about folding. We call her Nitney around here. But we appreciate all of our dealers and River League workers working hard today. It's like Sergio's going to make it $25. Craig's obviously not going anywhere. Bobby's going to make the call, and we're going to go 4 ways to the flop. Brad flopping top and bottom pair, kings and sevens, looking like a huge favorite here. Craig flopping a pair of sevens. Sergio, the pre-flop aggressor with his 5 deuce, not flopping anything. Just going to get out of the way here. Craig's seen a call. Craig with only 7%. Not a lot of cards here that can help him on the turn. Looks like a jack on the turn. Craig picks up a gut shot looking for a 10. 4 outs, all 4 of them still available in the deck. Brad's going to bet $80. Craig's going to come along for the ride. Let's see if he can get there on the river. There's the 10. Craig makes the straight on the river, and Brad probably sitting there thinking, hey, I still got 2 pair. This is a pretty good hand. Is he going to unload the clip? Reaching for some chips. Looks like he's betting $100. Craig now with the straight. He's going to raise it up. Looks like he's going to make it $550 to call. And Brad is in the blender. Obviously, there's the 4-liner out there. Any queen, any 8 makes a straight. hard to make a call here. And hearts get there on the river as well. Front door hearts make there on the river. Definitely a tough position to be in here for Brad. He's going through the hands that he loses to right now. Obviously loses any sets, straights, flushes. But on that flop, his kings and sevens were looking good. He's going to lay this one down, and rightly so. Craig's going to win a $973 pot, profiting $288 there. And the rich get richer. Our biggest winner of the day, Craig. He told me today he was going to spread the wealth. Looks like he's just giving it to himself. We appreciate all of you watching. We got John Manchester in the chat. Let's go, Pats. Little score update. Pats up 14-7 on the Jets. No, there's plenty of people here at the River League happy to see the Pats winning, even though the Detroit Lions are the best team in football. Mitch going to lay down queen 4. No, I've seen Brad before try to make some money back after losing a decent-sized pot. Let's see what he does here with the 10-6 of hearts. He's going to call. It's on with queen 9, going to raise it up to 15. Craig with 5 deuce offsuit. Craig type of hand right here. I don't know exactly what kind of action's going on. Looks like it's going to be 15 to go. We're going to go a lot of ways to a flop again. Lots of players seeing lots of flops today. Kind of sort of who flops best and who can hold kind of situation today. Flop is ace, jack, 8. 2 hearts. Brad flopping a flush draw. Bobby with a gut shot. Gomez flopping best here with his pair of jacks. Sergio also with a pair of jacks. Going to lead out on this board for $25. Bobby makes the call looking for a 10. And Brad makes the call as well. Turn brings in the 7 of diamonds. Gomez still with the best of it with his pair of jacks. And the deuce of hearts rolls off on the river, giving Brad a 10 high flush, which is effectively the 3rd nuts. Let's see if he's going to lead out. Here he is. He's going to make it $100. We just saw this a second ago, and then he got raised huge. But I think this one is probably going to work. We got Chris Mason and Elijah in the chat. Who's leading the NFC right now? Everybody cheering for their teams in the NFL. Obviously, I'm from Michigan, so I'm a big Lions fan. But everybody has their own opinion. My opinion just happens to be the right one. Bobby here with the king high, just going to lay it down. Gomez also going to lay down his pair of jacks as well. Brad's going to scoop this pot with the 10-6 of hearts. I said it before the hand, and it came to fruition. Brad loses the pot. He wants to win the next one, and that's what he did. River League people, the prize wheel is live and in action right now. We got 2 cash tables. The stream room does count as a cash table. So if you come in right now and play a little 1-3 and you make a flush or better, you get to go spin the wheel with prizes up to $1,000. I know there's $250 on there. There's $100, $50. Lots of time, prizes, snacks. swag. You can get a sweatshirt just like some of the dealers are wearing tonight. Lots of great stuff over there. We are back to the action. I think the name of the game today has been Limpin' is Pimpin'. People limping in with lots of different hands, raising, everybody calling with certain hands. I think we're going to see a raise from Martine here. He's going to make it $40. Action fold around to Tommy. He's going to lay it down as well. Mitch with the queen deuce of hearts. He's going to get in on the action. Sergio going to lay it down. Craig sees $40 and a player call. He's never missing out on the action as well. Go 3 ways to a flop. 10-6-6 with a couple of hearts. Craig flopping a flush draw. Martine's queen jack high. Still the leader. Martine's going to put a bet out here. Mitch is going to get out of the way quickly, and Craig's going to put in the call. So this pot, nobody with a pair yet. Turn rolls off the jack of spades. So Martine, betting with nothing, now makes 2 pair. We see a bet now of $80 from Martine. And Craig quickly calling the river. Craig makes pair of threes. Backdoor spades make their way in there. Martine still best with jacks and sixes. See if Craig's going to bluff at this one. He's going to make a bet. $175. Martine quickly going to call, and he's going to be right. So Martine coming into the stream room and running hot to start the day. Looks like he's in Profitville of $637. You can see the winners and the losers of today's stream so far. Craig, still our big winner after losing that one, up $1,500. If you want a chance to come play at the River League with Mr. Craig, come on down. We got 2 tables rolling right now. I'm sure we'll have 2 tables rolling even when the stream concludes. Make our way to hand number 62. Brad with the 7 deuce off. Worst hand in poker, favorite hand in poker to some. He's going to lay it down. Tom's going to lay his hand down. Sergio with a pair. He's going to raise it up with his pocket pair to 25. Craig with the queens again, the ladies. He's going to make Kelly pocket aces. We got some action here, people. Craig just flats calls with his pocket queens. Kelly going to raise it up to $120. Action's back over to Sergio, who's going to go all in with his pocket fives. Action's back over to Craig. And Kelly, not necessarily trapping with his aces, but Craig's just going to call here, playing his pocket queens very conservative here. Looks like it's only $60 more for Kelly to call, so the action's not going to reopen for him to go all in. So we're going to see a flop. And I think we're seeing Gomez's Jack 10 there. I don't think he's in the hand anymore. Yep, there he goes. But we have a pre-flop hand, $745 in the middle. And we still got side action between Kelly and Craig with the pocket aces and pocket queens. Could get interesting here. Flop comes out. Ace, jack, six, two spades. Kelly flopping top set. Flop's going to go check, check. Kelly setting the trap. The king of spades on the turn. Kelly obviously with that ace of spades as well. He's just going to put the money in the middle. And let's see if Craig believes him. Craig still with outs. Any 10 that's not a spade. 3 outs for Craig. Could get him the check mark. Sergio, unfortunately, drawn dead with those pair of fives with Kelly hitting that ace. Craig says, let's do it. The money's in the middle. And Kelly definitely has best. Let's see the river. It is the 9 of diamonds and Kelly's pocket aces. Not going to get cracked. Instead, he's going to scoop this over $1,100 pot. So just like that, Kelly making his way back. We see before the hand, he's minus 1.2K. After the hand, he's $439 down. So don't count Kelly out. I think that unfortunately does move Sergio to our biggest loser of the day, but we do appreciate him coming out, giving action to the game. Very good for the game always. You never know with Sergio. He's either going to leave with all the money or none of the money. And that's just kind of the player that he is, and everybody loves him because of it. We are back to the action now. Ton looking down at a little suited king. Let's see if he wants to get in the mix. He'll call 3. Craig with a suited ace going to raise it. $15. Gomez going to get in the mix finally with a little suited connector, 9-8 of diamonds. And one of our other promotions, in that last hand, we saw it there. If it would have happened, aces cracked. If Kelly would have found a way to lose with his aces there, he would have been the winner of $100. One of our promotions here going on at the River League. You lose in our 1-3 game with pocket aces, then you get $100 worth of chips. Back to the action here, we see Ton flopping top and bottom pair, Craig flopping middle pair, and Gomez flopping flush draw. We're going to see checks to Gomez, and he's going to bet 20, 25, get a couple callers. So we're going to go 3 ways to the turn. This is the queen of clubs. No help to anybody. Ton's top and bottom pair still good. Looks like he's going to lead this one out. It's like $85. Craig is going to get out of the way. Let's see if Gomez is ready to gamble. He hasn't been in very many big pots today. Hasn't been playing very many pots today, but he's got a flush draw and some hope. He's going to make the call. So we're going to go off to a river with $309 in the middle, and it is a diamond. He's going to make the flush. Ton's going to check it. Gomez is going to bet it. And Ton, I believe, is going to make the call. He's going to take it down with the flush here. Nope, Ton did on folding. But still, $184 going Gomez's direction. $329 pot. And it's good to see him win a pot. I mean, he's been card dead all day. I know the feeling of going into a live stream and not being able to play a hand. It hurts the heart, man. You're like, you got people watching. You want to do well for everybody who's watching you, cheering you on. So it's good to see him dragging a pot there. Bobby picking up pocket aces here under the gun +2. Going to raise it up to $20. And nobody seems to have a real hand so far. Everybody's folding. Martinez last chance. He's going to make the call. We'll see a flop. Bobby with his chance to make $100 with his aces get cracked. Flop comes 7, queen, deuce, 2 clubs. Martinez going to check it, and I think this hand's just going to be over once Bobby bets it. Yep. We want to welcome in the girl working the technical stuff today, Whitney Hopper.
Thank you, Bryce.
Looks like our stream's about to wrap up here. We've got a couple more hands to talk over for you. But Whitney, what have you thought of the game today so far?
Oh, it's been good. Great action at the table.
Great action. We had lots of players, and I expected the great action today, and they did not disappoint.
No, sir. Lots of all-ins, lots of good bluffs and bets.
Lots of great bluffs. One from your dad, especially on the river.
Oh, really?
Yes, he had, I want to say king high,
Really?
and made a good bluff into Craig. He ends up laying it down. We're looking at the winners of today so far. Craig up $1,000. Brad, your dad, up $828.
They call him the B-Red.
B-Rad. We got a couple losers today so far. Mitch, Gomez down a little bit. Kelly, and Sergio was our big loser of the day today.
Yep, Sergio lost quite a bit.
Just kind of running into it. Had some pocket pairs that didn't really amount to anything, but we appreciate Sergio coming and playing today.
Yep, that's how it goes sometimes.
And we move over.
Yep, I think this will be our last hand.
This is the last hand of the night, Whitney has to say. We're going to go off to a flop of ace-10, 4, all spades. Brad flopping a flush
Ooh, he flopped it. See, on the other side, I never get to see the cards.
with $100 in the pot. So if he gets to win this and go to showdown, he's going to be able to spin the wheel.
He'd
Mart-
also probably be our big winner.
That
He
is
might
true.
He might beat Craig.
Martine's going to lead out for $25. It's going to fold around to Brad. Who's going to put in the call? Everybody grabbing their racks to end the night. Pair of sevens on the turn. Gives Martine a pair. But obviously no good against Brad's flopped jack-high flush. He's going to check it.
Yep, Brad's not taking a check.
Yep.
Not now.
He said, screw the wheel spin. I'm betting $60.
Yep.
Martine's going to put in the call, too. With just a pair of sevens, see if he can improve on the river. The river pairs the board. Ace of hearts. Might be a bit of an action killer for Brad, but maybe Martine will take a stab at it, make him think he has an ace. Martine's going to check it. Brad said, you know what?
He said, all right.
I want a chance at $1,000. Oh, maybe not.
He's thinking about it.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Shows the flush. Flush is going to be good. And I believe that's going to be our last hand of the stream for here tonight. Let's look at our winners and losers. Final VPIPs. We saw Craig play 76% of hands.
Ooh.
That's a lot of hands, and he's still $1,000 winner leaving the table tonight.
Yep.
Winners and losers of the night. Craig up $1,000. Brad $828. I don't know if that's updated from the last hand, but
I don't think it is updated.
yeah, I think him and Craig are going to be about
there you go.
981. So, Craig 981. Brad at an even 1,000. Brad's going to be our big winner of the night. And yeah, we appreciate everybody coming to watch. Let's go over a couple more repeats of our promotions going on here at the River League. We have our prize wheel, 2 cash tables running, no matter what the game is. If they're running 12 people with their butts in seats and you make a flush or better, you get to spin the wheel. So I think we have 2 tables going right now. So if you make your way to the River League, you can come and spin the wheel, win up to $1,000. Our other promotion, Aces Cracked. If you are in a pot and you have pocket aces and you somehow lose with the best hand in poker, you will get $100 in chips put onto the table for you.
I love that one because there's nothing like getting your aces correct.
Nothing, I mean, it always seems to happen.
Yep. So getting
But
another 100.
I think
that's a lot.
all the aces we saw today flopped a set of aces.
Absolutely.
I think we saw aces 3 times today, and they flopped a set all 3 times.
Yeah, we got cut off by Bobby's, I think, a little bit.
Aces doing exactly what they're supposed to today. And on Sundays, we have our River League Championship Tournament every Sunday at 2 o'clock. It is a $50 entry with one $50 rebuy, I believe. And that accumulates you chips for December 7th, which is the big tournament. And you will be able to see we have updated chip counts up here at the River League if you ever want to come in and see what the leaderboards are looking like for that day 2 on December 7th.
Absolutely. I think really all you have to do is win one tournament. You get a good amount
You
of
got
chips.
a decent size. I think the leader right now is actually Mama Hopper.
It is. My mom, yep.
She's been coming in, crushing it on Sundays. Got a bunch of chips wrapped up for that tournament. Yeah, but that's going to do it for us today at the River League. Thank you, Whitney, for joining me for the last little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Bryce, for commentating. You know, I could overhear him a little bit and, adding some action to the play that we have already on the table.
For sure. Yeah, we had a good time today. Thank you, Chris, for being here as well. Thank you to all the players and